I just got back from a spaghetti dinner at my best friend Brenda's church. It was a fundraiser for the youth group. My boyfriend Phil and we went. I brought a tray of my lasagna. Phil, he picked up a couple of Entenmann's crumb cakes. And now Brenda, my best friend Brenda, she planned the whole thing. And she was able to get this DJ, Richard Clark, who played her 40th, to donate his time for an hour. We walk in, and let me tell you, it's like the Catholic disco in there. And Phil threw down those crumb cakes, and he grabbed me by the hand, and I said, this is not going to be good. If his dancing is anything like his bowling or his roller skating, we're in for a little embarrassment. He was like a damn solid gold dancer. I've never seen anything like it in my life. My man can dance. A couple of weekends ago, my boyfriend Phil and we spent a fantastic weekend over at his family's lake house. It was very romancing the stone, literally and figuratively, because Phil and we hit the jackpot. We went snorkeling and we found a big old diamond ring. And you know, Phil's had this dream of sailing around the world, and he's been wanting to buy a sailboat, but he's been making peanuts over at Domino's. And I work at the record store. I'm not making much more. And we really thought we were gonna cash in on this dream. Anyhow, I go back to work at the record store after our romance in the stone weekend, and I'm getting ready to tell Trish and Rainbow that I'm heading out on a Florida Keys adventure on a sailboat. And I tell them about the diamond first, but let me tell you, they just had the worst reaction. They said, Deb, that's bad karma, man. It's bad karma. You gotta give that ring back. And you know, I didn't even stop for a moment to think about it, but I think it is probably bad karma, and the hippies are right. So even though this ring supposedly belongs to this wild lady who got all wasted and threw it into the water, we have a responsibility to try to find her and give it back. So come the weekend, we're gonna go through the phone book and try to find this freaking lady. It's the right thing to do. I guess for now, Kokomo's gonna have to wait.
Things that are better than sex. When your leftovers fit exactly in the Tupperware you picked. Ear scabs, they just hit different. Waking up after wearing a pimple pouch all night long to see everything it has sucked out of your face. Clean talk. When your windshield wiper perfectly lines up with the beat of the song. When a paper sticker comes off in one piece. A really good poop. That was good for me. Is that good for you? Like I told you, if you get that snack now, you don't get a snack later. Is it worth it?
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive is why yet. It's your primitive is why yet.
Oh, yeah. I think Mommy just blacked out. What happened?
Hi, Star.
Carl, oh God, where have you been? I've been trying to call you. Oh, really? Because I went to your house, Carl, and I saw you walking your cat.
Oh, I wasn't walking a cat, I was walking Sugar. My lizard.
Well, things are just really not good right now. I mean, I was trying to listen to my Like a Virgin album, and my Walkman ate it up. And then I was trying to watch Desperately Seeking Susan, and my VCR ate it up. And I thought, well, maybe I'll go cheer myself up and get a new hairdo. And I went to this hot look salon that everybody's been talking about, and the woman was kind of rude to me. And I said, just make me look bodacious. And she said, okay. And then she gave me a perm, Carl.
Yes, it's Mercury retrograde right now, so everything is messed up.
What's Mercury retrograde, Carl?
It's like when Marty McFly went backwards in time with the DeLorean. It's like that, only it's not like that because it just looks like that. It messes up every kind of communication. Yeah, don't use phones or typewriters, or don't pop popcorn.
Okay, well, I feel a lot better after talking, Carl. Hey, do you want to come over and watch Who's That Girl?
Bruce invited me and Sugar to his sister's wedding, so I'm making him some clothes.
Okay, but call me later, Carl.
Will Sugar meet a nice lizard at the wedding?
Can I get everyone's attention, please? I would like to say good evening to y'all, and I would like to welcome you to Wild Out Records' very first talent show. Now, you can see Debbie in the back for any vanilla wafers or jungle punch. It's free of charge, as is the entire event tonight. Now, you will see my wife Trish going around periodically with a coconut half shell. That is for any love donations you wish to give. At this time, put your hands together, snap your fingers for tonight's very first performance by me. Cantaloupe is the fruit I like the most. Sometimes I like pineapples. Tangerine lady, tangerine mama, tangerine baby. You're my tangerine lady. Get ready with me as I style my curly hair. I have naturally curly hair, and I thought that I knew how to style my hair, but I have recently found the curly haired side of TikTok, and the influencers have influenced me. I got a couple of products that I want to try. I'm not here to sell products or anything like that. I genuinely just want to try them and see how my hair turns out. Now, I've been seeing a lot of the curly girls use this Curl Smith multitasking conditioner. You can use it as a regular conditioner for a couple minutes, or you can leave it on for 15 to 20 minutes. I did the deep condition option. I put it on for about 15 minutes. This has been all over my TikTok feed, and again, I was influenced. The influencers influenced me. I'm gonna try it. It's called Scala. It is a Brazilian hair curling cream. It's very inexpensive. It's a huge tub, and it smells really good. It kind of smells like, it smells good. It kind of smells like baby lotion. I got this brush that I saw everyone using, and again, I got influenced. It works really good. This is the first time trying it. First time. This brush is great. I got this continuous spray bottle. Oh, wow. I'm just putting a little moisture back into the hair because it was starting to dry as I was talking. And now I'm gonna put the product in. Now, what was interesting to me when I started watching all of these videos is that the curly girlies were putting their hair up and then putting the product in by section, going section by section. And I've never done that. I've just slopped it in and gone like that, and then that's it. Okay, so I think you just wet it more, okay, like that. Now I'm putting the product through this first section. And then you take the brush and brush it. And then I'm not gonna bore you with the rest of this process. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. I'm gonna go dry my hair, and I'll be back with the after. I am losing my mind. Check this out. I have never gotten results like this. And keep in mind that I'm using a $20 Conair from like CVS. It's not a proper diffuser. I think it turned out really good. I mean, that styling product was $8 or $9, the equivalent of anything you'd buy in the drugstore. And I think it curled my hair great. And I did that deep condition. I think that probably helped. And then the styling technique that I learned from my girlies on TikTok. This was so much fun. Thanks for going on the journey with me.
Okay, what are we doing first? What was that?
Lip polish
Lip polish? Tastes great.
for our cheeks.
Okay.
Like seeing them make it beautiful.
Oh, do you know that you're beautiful no matter what?
Yeah.
What's beautiful about Lucy?
Kindly.
Mm-hmm. And you're very thoughtful. Just right in my tear duct. Okay. Oh, that's metal. Cute. Hypothermia. Look. Titanic chic. How much do you charge?
What? $3?
$3? That's a pretty good price. Do you take Venmo? Oh. Don't go too far in there, please. You might get something. Really accentuate the nostrils. I do have beautiful nostrils.
What?
On my forehead? Okay, that's what I was thinking too. You're doing great. You're very gentle.
A little bit more.
Your ear? Okay. Okay. We all done? Look at your beautiful work. Come here. Ooh. Ready for Coachella.
I have recently found myself smack dab in the middle of some unfortunate misunderstandings. It all started with me asking out a certain Domino's employee. I think that I was so nervous when I asked him out, I didn't wait around for his answer. He never said yes. And so when he rejected me and didn't show up on our date, I was devastated. I really was. Then I saw him out at the bowling alley, and I saw that he was looking at me and I was looking at him. And well, I guess you could say I got a little carried away.
I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me.
Honey, as much as we are enjoying this performance of yours, I don't know if you know, but I'm fixing to tell you. That woman over there, she's with that man that you're making eyes at. Now let me introduce myself. I'm her best friend. And so I think if you move this performance, which is great, I think if you move it over by the pool tables, you're gonna have more luck. I'm also your local Avon rep. Do you want a little spray? I was so embarrassed, I really was. I had no idea that he had himself a girlfriend. But now I do. Now I know, yes I do. Now I can move on.
When I was in high school, there was a girl who had a rolling backpack. So it was a backpack, but it had wheels on it and a pull-up thing, just like luggage. And people would tease her. They would. But guess who's in their 30s and has back pain now from carrying around 63 pounds of algebra books? Guess who's not throwing out their back every time they sneeze? Yeah, just saying. And ma'am, if you're seeing this, I think of you often. You were truly ahead of your time. Rock on.
Do you want me to look straight to camera or should I look at you? Hi, my name is Gail Underwood. I am 54 years old and I was in a situationship with the Tinder swindler. I had just gotten out of a long relationship and I decided to use Tinder. So we were, chatting online a bit and he sent me this picture and I was very disturbed because I don't know if he sent me this. He was on his way to Paris and he had this bottle of water and I said, if you're a billionaire, well, you can't get a Yeti? You still using plastic? And then he sent me this picture. Okay, let's put aside the fact for a moment that he's wearing a Gucci polo shirt. I mean, how gaudy can you get? He's not wearing socks. You're a billionaire and you can't afford socks. I hope you're wearing Peds because the foot odor could probably clear out a shopping mall. I knew something was off. I've got instincts like a basset hound. I can sniff out a fake like there's no tomorrow. And let me tell you something else. You're a self-proclaimed billionaire and you don't know your pant length. Where's your tailor? Shouldn't you have one? Then he says to me, I'm coming to New York. Meet me at the Ritz. I'm going to take you out for coffee. And I said, I'm not going to no Ritz. I'll meet you at the Dunkin' Donuts. It just felt very inappropriate for a first date. So he comes to New York and he agrees to meet me at the Dunkin' Donuts. So then he says to me, actually, I'm running into a little money trouble. Can I borrow some money? So I says to him, honey, if you want to come over my apartment and dig through my couch cushions, I'll go halvesies with whatever you find. You just got to clean out the crumbs. And that was the last time I ever saw the Tinder swindler. It was 10 p.m. I had just finished watching an episode of Dynasty. And there was a knock at my door. So I moved to the window and I peered through the curtain. And that's when I saw my best friend Brenda standing on my patio. I opened the door. She was in her nightgown. I said, Brenda, what are you doing? You're going to catch a cold out here. She said, oh, Deb. She said, I've gone and done it this time. I'm in over my head and I need your help. I said, anything. What do you need, Brenda? What? She said, well, I put out 100 invitations for an Avon and Tupperware party, and I don't think I'm going to be able to make that many deviled eggs. I said, Brenda, please don't tell me you told everybody you're going to be serving deviled eggs. She said, I did. She said, but worse than that, Deb, I told them that they were going to be your deviled eggs. I said, oh, Brenda, you got to get the mayonnaise, okay? We'll get through it.
Tina, dear, would you like to go next?
Well, as a lot of you know, the awards assembly is coming up soon, and I made to be honor roll. Now later in the year, I'm also making my first Holy Communion with the Catholic Church. And over the weekend, my mom said that we should go shopping for both dresses. So we went over to JCPenney and we found a dress that my mom said could work for both events. But we also got some accessories for the dress for when I make my first Holy Communion. And guess what I got? Everybody close your eyes. No peeking. Okay, now everybody open them up. It's like Madonna. I was sweet, incomplete, behind. I was sad and blue, 'cause you made me feel.
Okay, Tina, thank you. That was great.
Thank you for calling Nails Diner. This is Caroline speaking. How can I help you? The meatloaf is delicious. However, I love the lasagna. It's real good. I swear you are gonna love it. Hi, Shane, sweetheart. I got an order for you. Order in. Hi, Patsy. So nice of you to join us. Hi, sweetheart. I'll be back. I'm gonna get you all some crayons. Order in, Shane. Hi, good afternoon. And how many's in your party? A party of 20. Wow, my goodness. That is just wonderful. Hold one moment, please. Y'all get ready because all hell is about to break loose. Okay, and how many boosters and high chairs? 7. Wonderful. We're going to get your table set up and we will come get you shortly. I need some help. What you mean I got to take the 20 top? My section is full. Oh, Patsy's too busy and she can't handle it. Okay, you know what? I've been nice to her, but it is on like donkey talk. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Nell's Diner. My name is Caroline. I'm going to be taking care of you. Now, can I get a show of hands who needs a separate check? Wow, that's a lot of hands. Wonderful. I need some help. Does anyone work here? Terry, can you bring some waters to that big table? Give them some bread, throw them some crackers. I am done playing nice. Patsy, you want to at least help me get a drink order? I would really appreciate it. Thank you, sweetie.
The flight attendants at your service near Joseph Scott Brooks are looking at the seat that I pocket in front of you. If you do not mean physical harm, let a flight attendant know now. We'll gladly receive you. So we can push back the seat tray table to the full and upright lock position so all the carry-on.
Parenting tip. School pictures are stupid expensive. It is literal theft what they charge parents for school pictures. So they send you home with these envelopes trying to convince you to spend $300 on 2 pictures of your child. Got a cute little sample. Watch this. Hi guys, I hit 60,000 followers. Can you believe it? I can. I mean, I paid for half of them. But anyway, to thank you guys, I'm doing a giveaway that's completely about you and not at all self-serving to use you to help me get even more followers just for a $50 gift card that I got for spending $60 on Pampers last week. It's so easy to enter by a follow train. I know, it sounds like a porno, but all you have to do is follow my 27 closest girlfriends, who you've probably confused me with because after a while we all start to look alike. Plus, you have to like my last 40 posts, share your favorite video of mine. I know, how are you gonna choose? Plus tag 16 friends in the comments telling them why I'm amazing and why they should follow me too. I'll be picking one winner once I get to 5,000 comments. Oh my gosh, it just feels so good to give. You're welcome.
Spend the morning with me as I set up to shoot a 3-character sketch. Hi, if you're new here, my name is Casey Dressler. I'm an actor and writer based in New York City, and I am the creator of The Neon Girls, which is a universe of 1980s character comedy. And today I'm going to be shooting a sketch for a series within the series called Nell's Diner. So I'm going to do 3 characters, and I'm going to show you how I do it. I have everything I need set up to get into makeup, and I have a lot of characters. So for the sake of simplicity, what I usually do is I assign each character a signature look, a signature costume, and a signature makeup look, so I can kind of keep them straight. But today, because we are shooting 3 different characters, to simplify my life, I'm gonna alter some things. I'm gonna give them all the same makeup look. But what I'm gonna do to differentiate them is I'm just gonna change their lips. Now, these 3 characters I'm shooting today, they all work at the same restaurant, Nell's Diner, and they all wear the same uniform. This uniform dress and this pink polka dot apron. Okay, I'm gonna show you my setup. So before I ever even get into makeup, I always make sure that I have my lighting equipment set up. All my makeup, props, wigs, everything is preset so that when I get into makeup, I can just jump into costume and jump into wig. So I'm gonna show you how it's all set up. I have a caboodle set up with all the palettes I'm gonna use. I have preset the girls' wigs. I have their eyelashes. I got a second cup of coffee for myself, the props that I'm gonna be using in the sketch. So we have a guest checkbook and a pink pencil. I have preset their earrings and their bangle bracelets, the phone I'm gonna use in the sketch, and the nail polish that I'm gonna give for them. This is my lighting. This is the only thing I use unless I'm using natural light from the window, but I'm kind of shy in private, so I don't often do that because, of course, all of New York City will see me. But I use this and it's great. It works for my purposes. I do very close shots because I do live in a small space, so this is great for me. Okay, let's go get into makeup. I have found that good lighting kind of does the job of concealer, so you don't really need a lot when you're filming. I think it's really important to mention that the products I'm using, I have only ever used on my own skin. They work for me. I am not sponsored by any of these companies, but because I am often asked, especially about my lips and my eyes, this is the palette that I most often use for the Neon Girls. And today we're gonna do a Miss Piggy pink look for my character Caroline. That's her signature look. She has pink eyes and pink lips. We're gonna start with her, and I'm going to put this pink on the bottom part of the lid. Then we're gonna blend these two pinks here on the upper part. When I first started doing my makeup online, I was using those little sponge brushes that would be very authentic to how people did their makeup in the 80s and 90s. I had not graduated to brushes, and it just happened that I ran out of them and someone had gifted me the brushes, and so I've adapted to using them. I love this palette because it doesn't take a lot of effort, and I'm not wearing a primer or anything. It just goes right on, real thick and nice and bright. And I do wing the girls' eyes. I give them a glam look. Of course, all of my characters are very influenced by 80s pop culture, MTV, the new romantics, big glam looks. I don't often do looks that you would see, let's say, on your friend's mom who was a bank teller, you know. I go big. But Miss Piggy really was one of my earliest comedy influences. I remember watching The Muppets Take Manhattan as a little kid, and the scene with her and Joan Rivers getting into the makeup fight, that is one of my earliest memories of comedy and recognizing something to be really funny. Okay, now I'm gonna take this brush and I'm gonna go in with this pink. And we're just gonna do a little blending. We don't have to go crazy because blending wasn't as much of a thing back in the day. Okay, I'm gonna use the same brush, but I'm gonna wipe it and I'm gonna go in up top by my brow with the lighter pink, this pink here. I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild Pac-Man palette. I'm gonna go in with my finger. The case broke, so we're not gonna pretend like it's not broken. And I'm just going to, this is like a white, shimmery, glittery situation that I'm just gonna go like this. Now, often ladies of the 80s would use a pencil for their eyeliner, and they would often heat the tip with a lighter so that it went on more smooth and more dark. But we are not going to complicate our lives for the sake of being historically accurate, and I'm going to use my good old standby. I always use a black liquid liner, and you can use any one that works for you. It really doesn't matter. I switch all the time. So I am gonna, just bring it out a little bit past my eye line. As a general rule, I try to be historically accurate, but it's my interpretation as a modern day woman. So sometimes maybe the nails that I use for Donna, let's say, are not exactly the shape that they would have been mid-80s, but we're working with what we got in 2024 and we're having fun. And that's all that matters. These are the lashes that I use pretty much for all of my characters. They go on very well. They are light, they are very natural looking, and I like them. Now we just applied a very thin layer of the adhesive to the lash, and I'm just gonna go in and stick it on. And it fits my lid pretty well. I just pop it on like that and allow it to dry. Okay, now I'm about to give away a little secret of mine. I do not have a blush right now that I love, so what I have been using is this pink eyeshadow that is part of my Wet n Wild palette, and of course it's like a little tiny little square. So I squeeze the brush and I go like that. Now I'm gonna do a hard looking blush. I'm gonna squeeze in my cheeks like this, and I'm gonna paint from here to here and around my eyes. Now I'm gonna do Caroline's lips, and I am going to start with a lip liner. It is a dark pink, and I'm gonna give her a little more than I got, meaning I'm going to line my lips further than what my line is. Give her a little heart shape, kind of. Now you can use any pink lipstick. I'm gonna show you my special ingredient for my Neon Girls, but in this situation, I'm gonna use this Trixie Mattel Stacy lipstick. It is a pink matte, which is gorgeous. Love Trixie, and we're just gonna put this on. Okay, this is the special ingredient that I use for the girls. This is a Wet n Wild frosted pink lip gloss. I put this over whatever lipstick that I use to give it that sort of frosty look. Now I'm gonna go get into costume for her and film her part of the sketch, but at the end of this video, I will introduce you to all three girls. Okay, I just shot Caroline's part. I'm gonna take off her wig. I'm gonna take off her lips and her accessories and get into the next character, which is my character, Roberta. Okay. I'm okay with it. Okay, I'm gonna go get into wig and costume, shoot Roberta's part, and then I'll be back for the last character. Okay, now I'm gonna take off Roberta's wig and put on Patsy's wig and just swap out accessories and lipstick. This was my third and last character, Patsy. I'm gonna go put on her wig, shoot her scene, and then properly introduce you to the girls at Nell's Diner. Thanks for hanging out with me.
Thank you for calling Nell's Diner. This is Caroline speaking. How can I help you? Oh, honey, you're gonna wanna race on over here because tonight we have lobster bisque. Yes, we do.
Hi, y'all. My name is Roberta Jones. And what can I get for you this evening? Oh, my word, that sounds wonderful. You gonna love it.
Hi, Gerald, honey. I have 3 shrimp cocktails for your favorite waitress, Patsy. Order in.
Okay, what are we doing today? Did you bring a picture? Give it to me. Okay, I mean, I'm not David Copperfield, but I'll try my best. I don't think you're gonna be happy with this. I would really recommend a cut today. You got all kinds of split ends. He took me to Sizzler. We had a nice time, but look, I mean, he's very jocular, and I'm not going to spend my Sundays watching football. I don't care about the Jets. I don't care about the Bills. I don't eat chicken wings. No, thank you. Please stop moving. Oh, I don't like her. She's not allowed in my shop. Is there a reason why you want a crew cut? Are we joining the military? Or I said, I don't like the attitude. I want you to take the rest of the day off. Who cut your hair last? I think we got to put on a tone. Come into my shop acting like that. Are we plucking, waxing, shaving? I just bought the best hot wax hand treatment for the salon. You ought to try it. You like the link? Introducing the Neon Girls, a universe of 1980s character comedy. I'm the creator and writer, actor behind the Neon Girls. My name's Casey Dressler, and I just wanted to break down sort of who the characters are, how they connect, and I'm gonna do the best I can because I do have a lot of characters. Okay, the very first character that was created was Mustang Deb. She's a character that I created to pay tribute to all the wonderful, beautiful women in my family, the women who raised me, the cigarette smoking, dramatic storytellers of the 80s and the 90s. So the Neon Girls started with my girl Deb. So one day Deb's telling a story about her beautician Donna, and eventually I introduced Donna of Hot Look Salon. Donna, she references her assistant, Steph, and eventually I introduce Steph. Later in the series, we find out that Steph is Donna's daughter. Mustang Deb also talks about her bestie, Brenda. Eventually we meet Brenda. And Mustang Deb also talks about her niece, Tina, who's actually Brenda's daughter. So it kind of always goes back to that storytelling and the characters kind of being born through the imagination of each character. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll create a character completely separate, but then connect them back to the girls. So for instance, I created this series called Nell's Diner. You have Caroline, you have Patsy, who's actually Donna's sister, and you have Roberta Jones, who's been a long-time client at Hot Looks Salon. Caroline as well has been a longtime client at Hot Look Salon. You can sort of assume that everyone who lives in this small town goes to that salon. There's also a reference of Thundercuts, which is the other salon in town, and eventually I introduced them. They're like the punk rock, goth, new wave salon in town. They do all the edgy hairstyles and makeup looks, and there you meet Raven, you meet Junie, who's the lead stylist, the receptionist, Theodore Oliver, and their family as well. So Junie's the mom, Raven is the daughter, and Theodore Oliver is the son. Now, Raven is very good friends with Steph, Donna's daughter, and they are also best friends with Samantha. Now, Samantha babysits little Tina. Samantha has a boyfriend named Ronnie, and Ronnie's parents own the local record store called Wild Out Records, where Mustang Deb works. And I can't forget Phil. Phil is Deb's boyfriend. Now, I only ever, for many months, I only ever referenced Phil in stories that Mustang Deb would tell. But the whole time that I was creating this character, Phil, who's very much like your 80s dream man, he has an endless amount of hidden talents. He's a total goofball, but he can sing, he can dance. He's like got all these, like little hidden talents. I always thought of my friend Josh, who's hilarious, who literally can sing, dance, act. He's hysterical. He plays instruments. So I was like, hey, can you play Phil? And he's like, yeah, I'm in. So he's played Phil twice. I recently brought him in for an episode of Donna's Blind Date series. He was Sensei Todd, and we're gonna see him as a couple other characters hopefully soon. There's also a character named Roxanne, who Roxanne is a worker over at the local bowling alley. We've seen her get her hair done at Hot Looks. Most of the time we see her by herself, but she's connected to pretty much everyone in town, because if you grew up in a small town like me, you know that the bowling alley was where you went on Friday nights. It was like the movie theater, the bowling alley, football games, or a parking lot somewhere, pretty much. There's also characters that are just one-off characters. We see them getting maybe a makeover at Hot Looks Salon, but we might not see them again. Every once in a while, I will introduce a character at Hot Looks, and then you'll see them again. For instance, there's Van Helga, aka Marcy, who is the owner of the Neon Boutique, where all the kids go to shop for gifts and their prom outfits. It's like the cool, hip store in the mall. There's also some lesser-known characters, like Star Madonna, who is the owner and operator of Lucky Star Psychic Hotline. We've seen her a handful of times. We have Shirley, who's the nail tech who works at Hot Looks Salon. That was a character that was born out of Donna just talking about her. And then several weeks later, when I had an idea of who she was, I introduced her. Of course, I can't forget Gail. Gail, she's our thrift queen. She loves a bargain, but she's very fabulous. She is Donna's cousin. They grew up together in New York. Also cousin to Donna's sister, Patsy. So they're family. Recently, Donna's daughter, Steph, took a spring break to Miami to see Steph's dad, Donna's ex, Ricky. And there in Miami on Steph's spring break, we also get to meet Sylvia, Mama Sylvia, who is Donna's mother,
and Stephanie's grandmother. The town itself that they live in, I've never named. So this is supposed to be a fictional, anywhere sort of USA. And I have committed to this idea because I love the idea of using regional references, regional dialects. I love thinking that the viewer watching could feel like maybe it could be their own hometown. So that's why I've never named a specific location. I do use references from all over. All of the girls have a very different dialect, but I will say that it is based on my own hometown, growing up in the Florida Keys. The Florida Keys is a small chain of islands. It's a very small town. However, we have people from all over the map who live there, who vacation there. And so I grew up with all of these delicious accents in my ear. And yeah, it's a nod to my own hometown, and I do reference a lot of things from my own hometown as well. I also like to time hop, so most of the storylines take place in the 1980s. However, we've seen Hot Lick Salon in the 70s. We've also seen them in the 90s. Little Tina has grown up to be a teenager that we've seen in the 90s, along with her friend, Rachel. And soon we'll be seeing Steven, who's been Tina's longtime crush since kindergarten. So we're gonna see him soon. And I'm just gonna continue to add on the characters, hop timelines. It's a lot of fun. I know that I have a lot of new people following my work. I've been doing this for a couple of years now, so I just wanted to give you a little bit of a breakdown of who sort of like the main players are, but I'm gonna put together like a proper diagram and maybe post it. But thank you for all your questions. Thank you for engaging my videos and for investing in the characters. It's so much fun creating them. It's so much fun. Thanks for taking the ride with me.
So it's our last morning at my boyfriend Phil's beautiful lakefront home in Sheboygan. And we've had a great weekend, but unfortunately it did rain a lot. We're sitting there at breakfast and I says to Phil, hey, I never asked you, did your parents build this house or did they buy it? And Phil says, actually, they bought it when I was a kid in 1966. It was a short sale. And then Phil proceeds to tell me that it's real common knowledge there in Sheboygan that the couple who owned the house previous to his parents were this wealthy couple that lost a bunch of money. And one night after some cocktail party, the wife, Vivian Preston Cunningham, was all liquored up on some vodka martinis, and the husband Henry was trying to talk to her about her spending, and I guess she just went buck wild and started ripping her jewels off and chucking hundreds of thousands of dollars of diamonds out into the lake and into the lawn.
Well, if we're as destitute as you say, Henry, then take it. Take everything that I have.
Oh, you don't want my jewelry, Henry? Well, maybe the fish might. Yes. Why, yes, I think I'll go feed my diamonds to the trout. Let it off my neck now. I don't need it. I don't want it. Happy now, Henry?
And another.
I just found this filter and now I want to make old films. I want to be the woman who talks about the man who said he loved her and then ran away, the coward. Or how she's going to drive to Hollywood and march into the office of the biggest Hollywood producer in town and say, my name is Casey Dressler, and I am your next big star. Or...
Oh, golly gee, George. Of course I'll marry you.
What are you doing in this bar? Don't you know I run this town? Then go, George. What are you waiting for? See if I care. Walk out the door. More liquor for me. Who sent you? Why, yes. Yes, indeed. You must have mistaken me for a woman who cares.
That's mighty nice of you to say.
All this time you thought you had the upper hand, Philip. Little did you know from behind my back I was about to pull a gun. So run as fast as you can, you turkey.
So Phil and I had just arrived to his family's big old beautiful lake house in Sheboygan. And no sooner than we unpacked the car did it start raining cats and dogs. And I look at Phil and he's just got this look of stress on his face. I said, hon, we're not letting a couple drops of rain ruin our good time. I said, now let's get back in the Corolla and go get stuff to make sloppy joes and corn on the cob. So Phil and I are heading back from the grocery store and we find this little gas station that rents videos. So I says, you pick one, I'll pick one. And Phil picked out Summer Rental with John Candy because he loves the sailing in the movie. And I got The Legend of Billie Jean, another summer classic. We get back to the house, we have our sloppy joe feast, we watch the movies, and then the rain lets up and it's just in time for sunset. I said, let's make some strawberry jackeries. And we're sitting out back looking at the lake, the sun's going down. I mean, it's magical. And Phil looks at me and he says, Deb, I was so worried that you weren't going to be able to use my gift when I saw that lightning. I said, what gift? And then he shoots up out of his chair. He says, I'll be right back. And I open it up. And it's a metal detector. Phil's got himself one too. I'm gonna find something good.
I am going to ask you some questions about your mom so she can always remember how you think of her. So just be honest. What is your mom's favorite food?
Her special gummy bears?
What is your mom really good at?
Forgetting the one thing she went to the store for.
What's your mom's favorite word?
Well, when we're in the car, she says a lot, and that
Okay, two splitting. What does your mom like to do for fun?
the neighbor.
What does your mom do for work?
I plot and says people are idiots.
What does your mom always say?
Jesus, take the wheel.
We might need to get your mom a day off. If you had $1 million, what would you buy your mom?
A new phone and a man who listens.
Preach, girl. If your mom had a superpower, what would it be?
She's really good at finding things that my dad's been looking for hours in like 10 seconds.
Which brings you, but we all have that one. What is your mom's favorite hobby?
Watching murder shows and eating cheese like a raccoon.
Me and your mom would be friends.
Move in the move out. Hands up, hands down. Back up, back up. Hands up, bring down. Hands up, hands down. Back up, what you gonna do now? Rolling, 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 rolling. Keep rolling, 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 rolling.
Honey, what are we doing today? Hi, Donna. I'm back from the year 2025. And I brought a couple of things to convince you because I kind of got the feeling maybe you didn't believe I was from the future. This is a Teen Beat magazine from 1986. I'm going to go ahead and give that to you so you can authenticate this one from 1989. It comes out a year from now, so you're going to know I'm telling the truth. But that's not all. I got a People magazine from 93, 94. I got a Glamour magazine from 1990. This is Drive Me Crazy from Blockbuster. I forgot to return this. They're closed now. I won't get into all that, but 1999. It's stamped on the back. And Donna, I know you don't have the ability to accept debit cards and I don't ever carry cash on me anymore, so I'm gonna pay for my services and Beanie Babies. I know it might seem weird to you now, but these are gonna be worth a lot of money. You're gonna wanna log on to something called eBay and sell them like mid to late 90s. Honey, I appreciate all the evidence to prove who you say you are, and I believe you, honey. Now I'm gonna give these McDonald's Happy Meal toys back to you, and I want you to sit back and relax because I am your hairy godmother, and I am here to blow dry your hair and pump up your chair. I'm gonna start you out with a fourth cap. You got foils? Sure, honey. Steph, don't worry about calling Hollywood. I think I'll TikTok around the clock.
Toddler troubleshooting and customer service. Before I can help you, what state do you live in? Exhaustion? Understood. Are you looking for technical or emotional support today? Yes. How can I assist you with your toddler today? So I think my difficulty level is set too high. I'd really love to switch it to easy mode for just like a minute. What model are you parenting? 2 years old? Second born? Ooh, yeah, I'm seeing. There is no easy mode on that model. And where is the volume down button? I'm afraid I'm not locating it. There isn't one, is there? I just don't feel like I'm doing this right. I feel like this shouldn't be this hard. Have you tried unplugging and plugging back in? The kid? Not the kid. You.
Like, take a break?
You've got to reboot every now and then too. Otherwise that computer crashes and shuts down for you.
Wow. I will try that. Thank you.
Is there anything else I can help you with today?
Oh, yeah. Do you handle coworkers?
Surprisingly, same advice.
It is time.
And what can I get for you this evening, honey? Something smells so good back here, Shane. Order in. Thank you for calling Hale's Diner. This is Caroline speaking. How can I help you? Oh my word, Mrs. Anderson, I am so sorry. I will make sure that management knows, and I will talk to the kitchen myself. Next time you come in, we're going to treat you to some pie or something. It's the least we can do. Patsy, honey, I'm sorry. I just need a word with Gerald. Gerald, I just want to bring to your attention that I just got off the phone with Mrs. Anderson. She is one of our regulars, as you know. And last night, she ate a chicken pot pie that made her very ill. She called it the chicken pot pie from hell. Well, I'm not accusing you of nothing, but I know that you were back here cooking, so I'm just bringing it to your attention. Well, maybe if you spend a little less time talking to Patsy and more time focused on your job, we wouldn't have this problem. You know what? I'm sick and tired of this mess. I'm gonna go to Kmart. I'm gonna find me the biggest damn baseball bat I can find, and I'm gonna smash the hell out of your headlights. Shane, I'm so embarrassed you had to see me act like that. I don't usually.
You guys, we need to do a Friends Weekend. Stop. Yes, we keep talking about it. Let's do it. Freaky! I'll borrow my sister's station wagon. We'll cruise all over this town. My man. Hey, I'm off at the salon Saturday. Let's do it then. Oh, but Saturday I'm watching Little Tina. It's okay. You know what? We'll bring her along. Oh my God. Is that George? Hello, Stephanie. Hey, George. It's really great to see you back at school. It's good to be back. It's even better seeing you. Thanks, George. Yeah, that's really nice. Am I watching a Brat Pack movie right now? I thought about you the whole time I was gone, and at the risk of seeming too forward, I don't know what your plans are over the summer, but I'd love to be included in them. Yeah, well, we were all just making plans to do something this weekend. You're welcome to join us. I'd like that, Stephanie. Hey, man, what's up? Hello, Ronnie. Hey, George, welcome back. Hi, Samantha, very good to see you. I'll call you. Bye, George. Didn't I tell y'all he looked good? Man, he got like the John Bender makeover. He went from totally not to totally hot.
Forever 21 has filed for bankruptcy and will be closing all of their stores. As a millennial, I feel like they're owed a proper goodbye. Just Forever 21, forever in our hearts. Our history goes deep, just like our side parts. You had clothes for every occasion, we'd never had a doubt. Tops for going out, and tops for going out. Your pinstriped polyester pencil skirts took us to the club straight from work, with just enough stretch that they still allowed us to twerk. We stained you with self-tanner and doused you in trash can punch. But did you ever judge us? No, not one ruche nor one bunch. You were with us through our hoe phases, all of them, and not being able to find a job. You saw us through Jaeger bombs and many drunken bathroom sobs. Your statement necklaces made their marks. Literally, they turned us green. Your shoes covered us in blisters. Did we care? No, we were dancing queens and so drunk. Because much like our young relationships, your clothes weren't built to last. Like the boys you saw us grind with, it's probably best you're in the past. We may not have had much money, most going towards school or our releases, but we were and are rich in memory. Forever, rest in pieces.
Viva forever, I'll be waiting.
It's the end of a very cheap era. Wait
a minute. Do you sing in Bowling for Soup?
Hey, how you doing? My name's Jarrett. What's yours?
I love Stacy's Mom.
That is a really great song. It's not actually our song. That's a band called Fountains of Wayne.
No, it's your song.
It's not.
When I downloaded on LimeWire, it said Stacy's _mom - Bowling for Soup.
And maybe that's where it all started.
.exe.
You know, we do Almost, and High School Never Ends, and Ohio Come Back to Texas.
The Spidey and his amazing. That's you guys.
I don't even know what that is.
No, okay.
We do Phineas and Ferb, and we did Jimmy Neutron.
I think that was Fountains of Wayne.
That is definitely our song. Excuse me, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be
Oh
rude.
my God, 1985. I love that song.
Yeah, I love Sum 41 too.
Oh, huge fan. This is so exciting to meet you.
Oh, you brought a picture. Let me see. You could do this. You could pull this off. However, we need to do a deep condition on you. Your hair is very dry. Sweetie, I'm going to pump up a chair. Oh, you think you have Dayton horror stories? You should listen to mine, honey. I used to go out with this guy. He was a mess. Steph, hon, a Diet Coke. No, an actual literal mess. Let's just say I hope the cockroaches were paying rent. I says I'm not going to come to your apartment anymore. It's disgusting. Then I felt that, and I made the mistake of trying to help him. I'm there, I'm sweating, I'm cleaning. He starts going through the trash, putting stuff back out. He starts picking out the bottle cap that he's going to use for a creative project.
It is time.
You want to hear a scary story? I got one for you. Last night, I had just gotten back from bowling league with my boyfriend, Phil. I'm sitting on the couch, I'm watching an episode of Murder, She Wrote, and I hear the most insane sound coming from my kitchen. It's like this scraping, scratching noise, so I go in there to do an inspection, and there is nothing. Now, earlier that evening, I was talking to a gal, Roxanne, who works at the bowling alley. And she was telling me all these wild stories about some ghosts that are haunting her house. And you know, I'm ashamed to admit it, but my first thought was, man, she must have taken a bad trip from the 60s. But then here I am with this crazy noise and nothing's around. And I thought, oh my gosh. I said, I'm being punished for making fun of this gal. I think one of her ghosts must have hopped a ride in my Mustang from the bowling alley. I said, damn, am I going to have to call the Ghostbusters? At this point, I'm shaking. I'm scared. What the heck is going on? So I call Phil up to come over for reinforcement, and he is just as bewildered as I am. There's nothing. There's no one. We searched the entire house. And then we realized the sound was coming from the trash can. So we peek inside, and that's when we saw it. It was a friggin' cockroach trying to crawl its way out of an RC Cola can. I said, forget about the Ghostbusters, hon. We gotta call fumigators.
Other guys have tried before to replace you as my lover. I never did, I have a doubt. Boy, it's you I can't do without.
Attention passengers, we have a medical emergency on the plane and are looking for any doctors, specifically doctors who have delivered via cesarean section.
Oh.
Are there any doctors on the plane? Any doctors at all? A dentist? Does anyone here have any C-section experience?
Any C-section experience?
What if I told you it was all meant to be? Would you believe me?
There's more.
So tell me that you don't think I'm crazy when I tell you love has come here and now. A moment like this, some people wait a lifetime for a
Oh, hey, I'm just gonna run out to the garage and right back. Do you need anything? No?
12 seconds later.
All the anxious ones think like this. This. Every little thing I do never seems enough for you. You don't wanna lose it, abuse it. I'm not like them, baby, when you finally get to love somebody. Guess what? It's gonna be me.
Oh gosh, I think you just accidentally said May. It's no problem. We'll just do it again. It's just me. Yeah.
Get to love somebody. Guess what? It's gonna be May.
See, there you just added a run to the word May. Okay, I tell you what. Let's do JC's part where he says it as an example. Here we go.
You're just too blind to see, but in the end, you know it's gonna be me.
See there? Yeah, the me rhymes with the preceding C. So one more time.
There comes a day when I'll be the one you see. It's gonna be me. All that I do is not enough for you. I don't wanna lose it.
San Diego, also known as a whale's vagina. San Diego.
Oh my God, Marcy looks amazing. Caroline looks great too. Greetings and salutations, everyone. I hope you're having a real good time tonight at the first annual Dolly Parton Lookalike Contest here at Wild Out Record Store. Lord in heaven, someone needs a makeover. Once again, my name is Rainbow Rudy, and I'm your host and the owner of the record store. And I just want to thank my wife, Trish, for planning this whole event. Let's give it up for Trish. Steph, give him a business card. Thank you, my moonbeam. I would like to welcome everyone as well and let you know that everything available for consumption tonight is both vegan and locally sourced. Enjoy. Someone needs a makeover. Now, at this time, we are going to be taking a short intermission to collect the votes on who you would like to crown the first annual Miss Dolly. Kids, you want to pass these out? Now, please enjoy the refreshments, which are free of charge. However, Deborah, she's going to be going around with a basket for love donations. Hey, Hans. Okay, cool, y'all. So my dad wants us to hand these out. Here you go, Samantha. Thanks, Ronnie. Here you go, Steph. Thank you. Hey, you guys, can I help? Lord in heaven, somebody needs a makeover stats. Freak yeah, you can. Here, you can hand out the paper. Here you go, Raven. Thank you, Ronnie. Someone needs a makeover. Steph, give her a card. Ooh, are those Diet Cokes? I'll take one. You have very bad dandruff. This past weekend was my client Caroline's Dolly Parton lookalike contest. The whole salon went. Honey, I'm gonna pump up your chair. But unbeknownst to me, and unfortunately for her, there was a talent portion of the contest. Oy, it was terrible. Like, it was a little traumatizing to witness. She looked great, but she had the stage presence of a grandfather clock. It's nice to look at, but it doesn't do a whole lot. You know, my grandmother, she was in show business. She was an actress, and she always told me I should be in show business too. Me, I could never be an actress because I wouldn't be able to deal with all the men telling me what to do. Now, a director, that I could be. So Caroline's got another contest at the Moose Lodge. This one's big, and I'm gonna direct her in it. Steph, off the phone, Diet Coke. I had just gotten off at the record store. I was exhausted. I was starving. And I said, I'm not cooking tonight. I'm not doing it. So I went over to the McDonald's and I ordered myself a filet of fish. I ordered myself some fries and a coffee. Now, I don't get paid until next Friday, but that's okay because thank heavens my bills are paid. But hon, when I tell you I was digging in the bottom of my pocketbook for some change, hon, I was digging. Now, I don't know if the gal behind the counter felt bad for me. Her name was Suzette, by the way.
But she looks at me and she says, "Can I give you the senior discount?" I said, "Yes, you can." I said, "I'd appreciate that. In this economy, you gotta take the help where you can get it."
Hey roomies, it's mom and dad. I know I've been temporarily living with you guys for a few years, 9, but guess who got a job? Oh, thank Claus. It's about Tiny Tim time. I am gonna be the one to fly Santa's sleigh. I know. Wait, what? You got a job for one night. It's a big deal. Donner, wait a second. How does it pay? It doesn't. He's never moving out. But he said he's gonna write a song about me. Yeah, he's told me that too. It's gonna make me famous. Is fame an accepted form of payment for your student loans? Ruru, you are 43. It's time to find your hopes in this world. Go meet a nice reindeer. They'll just play games. Or maybe keep a stable job. Or you're bringing up the job at the stable. The gift wrapping job? How am I supposed to make those with these? Camp Kringle? Oh, so I'm just supposed to let all the other camp counselors laugh and call me names.
তোমার ইন্টারভিউ কি শেষ হয়েছে?
হ্যাঁ, আমি পুকুর ঘাটে।
তাই?
এই সপ্তাহের মধ্যেই তোকে ছেলেপক্ষ দেখতে আসবে। সো আমার মনে হয় এখন
তোমার ইন্টারভিউ কেমন হলো বলো?
ইন্টারভিউ তো ভালোই হয়েছে।
তোমার সাথে থাকলে মনে হয় পৃথিবীতে দুঃখ বলে কিচ্ছু নেই।
একটা সুন্দর মেয়ে পছন্দ করছি তোর জন্য। মেয়েটার নাম আছে
মা রেনু।
জি বাবা।
আগামী পরশু সকালে
ছেলে তো এমনি বিগড়ায় আছে। তোমার কথা শুনি না আরো বিগড়া।
অভাবে পড়লে ভালোবাসা ফুরোতে সময় লাগে না, একটু সময় নেয় না।
আমি তোমাকে ভালোবাসি জুহু। আমি তোমাকে ছাড়া থাকতে পারবো না।
আমার এই যে একটা পুরান শাড়ি ধোয়া আছে শাড়িটা।
তোর জন্য এই বাড়ির দরজা চিরদিনের জন্য বন্ধ হয়ে গেল। এই বাড়ির প্রগতি হবে না।
ধরো বিশাল বড় একটা জলোচ্ছ্বাস আসছে।
মহারানী, এত জরুরি তলব?
কি ভাবছো তুমি? আমি তো এত ভাবছি না। আমি দুটো টিউশনি নিয়েছি। তোমার মা তোমাকে এত কথা শোনা।
অবশ্যই আমরা আমাদের মতো করে বেঁচে থাকতে পারি, অবশ্যই ঠিক হবে।
উমা, সেলাই মেশিন আনছো, খুব সুন্দর হয়েছে।
কিন্তু যদি যত্ন থাকে, প্রেম থাকে, মায়া থাকে।
তাই? আচ্ছা একটু বসো, আমি এক্ষুনি আসছি।
এই যে এখান থেকে নিলাম, হ্যাঁ নিলাম, এই ডাবল করে নিলাম। হ্যাঁ
আমি বলেছিলাম না বাবা কখনো মারবে না।
ঠিক আছে, শান্ত।
কোন মেয়ের কথা কইতেছে তারে তুমি চেনো? সে মেয়ে নাটক করে। হ্যাঁ
খবরদার, আমার সঙ্গে কোনো তর্ক করবে না। আমি যা বলছি সেটাই শুনবি।
আমি তোর জন্য একটা
পৃথিবীতে যত বড় দুর্যোগী আসো, আমি বুক টান করে দাঁড়িয়ে থাকবো। কি ব্যাপার মহারানী, মুখটা এত ভার কেন?
বাবা আমি বের হচ্ছি।
কোথায় যাচ্ছিস?
আমার থিয়েটারে একটা শো আছে, ওখানে যাচ্ছি।
যারা আমি চিনি না জানি না তারা আমি বিয়ে করতে পারবো না। আর আমি
বিয়ে যখন হওয়ার তখন হবে, তুই এখান থেকে এখন বেরো।
আরে কই যাবো আমি? আন্টি আমাকে বলো ফ্রেশ হতে।
বলে
হ্যালো মফিজ, তোমাকে পেশায় ধরতে চাই।
মন্তর ভাই এমন তো সিগনাস একটা মানুষ, আপনাদের থাকতে কোনো সমস্যা হবে না।
আঙ্কেল আসেনি, আন্টি আসেনি, এত অসামাজিক কেন?
তো কটা বয়ফ্রেন্ড আসবে?
মাত্র পৌঁছালাম মা, কোনো প্রবলেম হয় না।
এই যে নায়িকা রোকসানা বেগম, তোমার কদ্দূর সাক্ষ্যটা হয়েছে? দরজাটা কেউ খুলবে নাকি এইটাও আমারই খুলতে হবে?